Hey, how's it going? My name's Joshua Palmer from ptstartupsecrets.com, and in today's video I want to discuss the power of persistence. Now, if you've been a personal trainer for any period of time, you would have, encountered times where you've wanted to give up or you've just had enough and be fed up. Maybe you've had times of rejection. Maybe you've heard some no's, or people haven't been interested in what you've been selling. Maybe you've approached someone and they've given you a bit of a rude reception, or maybe they've given you some sort of attitude or something that wasn't maybe pleasing to you, or something unpreferable, essentially. Yeah. So that's where persistence comes into play. So you sit across from someone, you try and offer your services, they're not interested, or they say they can't afford it, or you do a class and no one's interested in taking you up on your free assessment or your free offer, or for whatever reason, you need to be persistent, and persistence is everything. Yeah, persistence is the difference between achieving what you want and giving up. And this is not just business, this is every area of life. I mean, even as a personal trainer with your clients, I'm sure you've had clients who they were all excited about getting their results, and they've come in and they're trying their best, and for whatever reason, maybe the weight scale hasn't been what they wanted. Maybe they might have lost some weight, but it wasn't as much as they anticipated, or maybe something happened that was challenging whether they were going to keep going. And essentially your clients go through this, through their fitness journeys, and obviously that the clients that stick through, that don't give up, they get the results. And that's the same with business. It's the same, it's the same situation. Yeah. So you need to be persistent. You can't give up. And even when it comes to on a day-to-day basis, I put at the top here, you want to hear 3 no's every day. I wouldn't say, you need to be desperate for no's and do what you can to get a no, but you need to be willing to hear no's every day, because the more no's you're hearing, the more things, it shows that you're doing actions, you're offering people things, you're putting in the positive work. So for example, you're doing, you're offering your assessments, some people are going to take it up, some aren't. You're selling people, some people are going to take up to become a client, and some people aren't. But if you're getting 0 no's, chances are you're not doing enough work. You're not doing enough of what counts. Because essentially, if you're not offering people anything in terms of free assessments or offering your personal training services, you're not going to move forward anyway. That's how your business is going to die. You're not growing. So, you're always going to be putting yourself to be getting in a position to get multiple no's in a day, if that happens. And that's fine, because you're going to, you need to stay persistent and go again. If you go up to one person on the gym floor, on a treadmill, on a cycle machine, and let's say they're not interested, in your help, or they give you a rude look, then you need to be persistent. And when you're ready, go to the next person. You don't want to pack up your bag and go home, or feel like, forget this, I've had enough, I'm not going to do this anymore. You need to have a thick skin, and you need to be resilient and persistent and go again. And this takes me to my next example. So I put Thailand man here. So I went to Thailand not too long ago, and often when you go to countries outside of Europe, people are on the grind. If they know you're a tourist, they know you've got money, they're on your case, because they know that if your money doesn't go to them, it's going to go to somewhere else. And they know this, and they are completely unapologetic in their approach to offer their services for your money, essentially. Obviously they're not going to rob you, they're going to offer you something. So the guy outside our hotel in Thailand, he was doing tours, and generally when you book a holiday, when you go for a hotel, they have their recommended providers for tours and excursions and things like that. But every time we would leave to go down the road, to go to the shop or to go to town, he would be on the case, like proper buzzing, enthusiastic. And each time I'll be like, nah, it's okay. I'll try and be polite about it. But but he kept on coming every day. And I saw that experience, and I was like, do you know what? I can learn something from this guy. This is what I need to incorporate into my business. This guy is shameless. He knows, and unapologetic, he knows that, he needs to do this work, and it's his responsibility to put food on the table for his family. And, he wasn't always out there. I remember there was a time where he literally got back from doing a tour with someone that was interested. Just because I said no doesn't mean the next person's going to say no. You know, one person, one vote. And I found that really inspiring to watch this guy. I mean, in terms of the inspiration, I probably should have, but I think the time we was actually willing to use him, we couldn't find him because obviously he was busy. But yeah, it just was a really good example of, you know, how, you know, you need to be hungry as a business owner, you know, and you can't have ego, you can't be entitled. You know, I feel like, you know, growing up, you know, in the UK, you know, you can feel really entitled that things are going to be handed on your plate, and, you know, you don't need to grind, and you don't need to offer yourself to people, and people are just going to come to you. And I see that a lot in the fitness industry, working in the gym, where, you know, just looking good, you expect people to come up to you, and, you know, because you've done this competition, and, you know, you've got all these followers on Instagram and views on YouTube, people are going to come to you. But essentially, a lot of people likely don't even know who you are, especially if we're talking about Mr. and Mrs. Jones, who, you know, are in their 40s and 50s and who want to lose some weight. They probably don't care that you've got, you know, won all these competitions and you've got an 8-pack and you're ripped. You know, they only care about losing some weight and some kilos and some pounds. So, you know, you need to ditch the entitlement ASAP, cut the ego, and essentially show them how you can help them. And essentially, it's your responsibility at the end of the day. Like, it's your business, you know, you have to take control and take responsibility for the buying, for the selling and the buying. Yeah. So, you know, if people aren't signing up, you know, you need to take responsibility for that. What could you be doing better? Maybe your approach is wrong. Maybe you need to tweak something here and there. But, you know, once you take responsibility, you take control of your ship, and you take control of your fortune and your future, essentially. So I hope you found this video today. Useful today, sorry, and you enjoyed it and found it useful. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe as well if you want to see future videos like this. Leave a comment, I read all the comments. And if you want help in terms of growing your business to make 5,000, 6,000, 7, 8 and more in your low-cost gym, visit my website, ptstartupsecrets.com. I'd love to help you. All right, catch you on the next one.